presentation. What we'll do is any point during the session, if you want to ask any questions, please use the chat bar to the right hand side and ask me any questions that you want to. Otherwise, I will continue working through the presentation and we can have any questions at the end if you wanted to. All right. Okay. So this is a presentation for the Hair and Media Makeup course in Wiltshire College and University Centre. So we'll just be going through the parts of the presentation that are related to the media makeup sections. Obviously, there are the beauty therapy information on there as well. So just bear with me. I'm going to skip through those parts as we go through the presentation. So just to give you a few bits of information on the staff members that we have within the college. So Jane Davison is our head of department, and she's the head of department for hospitality, hair and beauty. We have Chloe Paxton, who is our deputy head of hair and beauty. And we have Grant Storer, who's our deputy head for hair and beauty across different campuses. So Chloe does the Trowbridge and Chippenham, and Grant is at Salisbury. So we're across Wiltshire with different deputy heads. So bear with me a minute, just moving on to the next slide. It doesn't want me to do it. It's frozen. Oh, there we go. So as you can see there, we've got other lecturers and staff members within the different campuses. So we've got Laura Lawrence, who's a lecturer in beauty and media makeup. This is for Chippenham. Myself, and I am at Chippenham for beauty and media makeup. We've got Sophie, who is at our beauty therapy lecturer, and Em Holland, who is our beauty technician here at Chippenham. So full-time courses that we do offer, as you can see, the level 2 technical certificate in hair and media makeup is there, and then we would suggest to progress onto the level 3 advanced technical for theatrical special effects and media makeup. So think of it as a 2-year program. It's just a fantastic course, really good fun, great technical skills to learn, great themes, competitions to go into. It's just fantastic. So as you can see, there are current entry requirements. Going on to the full-time level 2 media makeup course, you would either need that level 1 hair and beauty certificate, or you would need your 4 GCSEs at grade D or 3 or above to include maths and English in those. So we'll just skip through that one and that one as well. So there is our level 2 technical certificate in hair and media makeup. As you can see, some of our students work from this year already. Brilliant themes that we cover. But these are the units that are covered throughout the year. So number 1 is principles of working in the makeup industry, and that's our theory side. And 2 is our anatomy and physiology, so learning about the human body and all sorts of theory to do with that. We've got our principles of researching, developing and showcasing designs, again, part of our theory units. We've got the art of applying makeup, our hair artistry, and our creative makeup artistry as well. And that will include your sort of body art, your special effects and things like that. There is level 3, and that's our Laura in those photographs there, demonstrating some of the level 3 work, which is incredible. Obviously, it goes a little bit more into detail for your theatrical and special effects. So cutting and styling techniques you will learn as well. The avant-garde hair and makeup, creative makeup design for productions and industry demands. You'll have your applying your prosthetic pieces and bold caps, special effects makeup, creating and dressing and fitting facial posture. And then you have your body art for completion, your wig dressing, fitting and maintenance, and creating cast and small prosthetic pieces and bold caps. So really creative course, goes a little bit more into detail. How you'll be assessed throughout the year. So you will have a variety of assessment options throughout the levels. So for our level 2 certificates, technical certificates, you'll have an end of year written exam, which will be 2 to 3 hours according to that level. So yeah, level 2 will probably be a written exam of 2 hours. That's what it normally is. These are a fixed date that will be towards the end of the year and around the March time. You'll be given one opportunity to retake this written exam. So if you were to fail the first time, then you get a second opportunity to retake it. You'd also, alongside that, have your practical exam, which will be a 6-hour brief that you'll be given 2 weeks in advance to the actual exam. You'll be given a topic that you'll have to recreate. So normally it's a hair and makeup design that you'd have to create, and then you would have to do a body art, some kind of body art as well. You would have to do all the paperwork prior to this day for your practical, and that would include a mood board. You would have your design for your look, and budgeting that you would create. But those are things obviously that we would do during the year as a build up, and you would know exactly what you're doing ready for that. So that is the exams. And those exams will also be for your practical. It will be a pass or fail. So if you did actually fail your practical, unfortunately, that would mean to retake the year again. So it's quite a difficult practical, but obviously we do lots of preparation and practice prior to that day. So it's very difficult to fail it. So it's about putting that hard work in and preparing yourself ready for it throughout the year. Obviously, we're there to support you in the build up to it as well. So working in the salon as a trainee, you'll be given lots of roles to play. So you'll possibly be given salon manager, maybe reception. You'll get chance to work within all areas of the salon, taking ownership and being part of the team. Dress code, you will be given a dress code. So generally, our makeup artists wear black. I'm not sure what it will be for the upcoming year, but at the moment we're all in black, and you do have a uniform that you need to purchase prior to the course. Obviously, we do expect you to come in looking neat and have your uniform nice and clean and smart, ready for the day. We only allow one set of studded earrings, so no other facial jewellery, facial piercing, sorry, and unpolished nails as well, just to avoid any, health and safety risks. People sometimes when their nails are longer, they can be dirtier, and which then we're working up close and personal with people. So it's just nice to have them really nice and clean and short. Acrylic nails aren't permitted either on the course. When you are to purchase your uniform, obviously, because we wear black generally as makeup artists, you'll need to wear black trousers as part of the uniform. We don't allow leggings or jeans to be worn, and no trainers as well. Okay. So you will have a personal tutor throughout the year, and they'll be assigned to you at the beginning, and they'll be able to provide you the support and guidance that you need throughout the year. They will be doing, you'll have 1 hour slot each week with them, where you'll get to have a one-to-one session throughout the weeks and then you can discuss any concerns or any good things that have been going on throughout your course. You'll set yourself targets so that you can monitor your own progress, and your tutor can as well, and your lecturers can monitor how you're getting on. Your study program will obviously be your main program. You potentially would be doing your English and maths alongside your main course if you weren't to get the C grade that you needed to not have to continue doing those. You'll have your group tutorial 1 hour a week, as I said. You may want to get involved with community campus activities. You will all have directive self-study to complete throughout the year, and also work experience will need to be completed as well. So you will be allocated a certain amount of hours that you need to complete for work experience. So that's something to think about prior to the course. Work experience is obviously really, really key to the industry. And getting something that's really relevant to what you want to do in the future is definitely a tip I would suggest. So if you are more interested in the hair part of the industry, then I'd look at working with a hairdresser or in a hair salon. So maybe having a think about that now is quite a good idea. I know things are difficult at the moment, so it's not quite the same as it would be under normal circumstances. But it's worth getting the feelers out for that sort of thing now prior to the course, so that you're ready for that. So timetabling, you'll be issued your timetable on induction day. And depending on your study programme, your typical week would be about 3.5 days to 4 days of college. So I know it's a full-time course, but it's not actually 5 days a week. So you'd still have a chance to be able to have a job on the side if you wanted to earn some money and things like that, or have that day aside of college to do homework and things like that, which is great. So it doesn't put you under loads of pressure. You're obviously required to attend college as much as possible, and 100% attendance and punctuality is what we do expect as a college. We do understand, obviously, you can get ill and things like that. You would be given an email address to contact in the morning prior to lessons if you were unwell, to let the teacher or lecturer know that you wouldn't be able to attend. But we do expect as much attendance and punctuality as possible so that you don't fall behind, and then it's no pressure on you trying to catch up. Okay, there will be parents' evenings throughout the year, and they'll be discussing your progress and any concerns that there may be, and obviously great things that you've been doing throughout the year as well. So not always concerns, but also obviously great things that are going on. They can share your work, maybe photographs, pieces of information and documents that you've created maybe. And that's a great chance to discuss any issues, any problems that you might be having. So yeah, that's a great thing to have as well for progression. So any additional course costs will be there, and you'll be given information about that. So you'll need to purchase a kit and uniform, as I said, prior to the course, so that it's there ready for when you start. You'll need to have this obviously ready for September, and approximate costing for makeup artistry kits and uniform in total, it's about £250. So it's worth knowing that now, so that you have a chance to save up for it. Obviously, those kits and uniform are there to use throughout the 2 years, so you may have to add on for level 3 with a few bits and pieces, but generally we make sure that kit has all of your hair and your makeup artistry tools and equipment in there, so that you don't, when you get into level 3, you're only buying little bits and pieces to add in onto your kit. So that kit is really, it's a great kit, and it would last you a long time as well. It's not just for college, it's obviously for practicing with at home, and it will last you longer than just the 2 years. So that's great. Moving on to your enrichment activities, we do offer lots of additional courses, and they will obviously have additional expenses. Things like small courses that we can run, and that's little qualifications that we can add to your CV just to bulk it up, which makes you obviously more employable for when you finish. Obviously, these activities are optional. However, it does give you more knowledge and more experience, and it does give you that extra chance of getting a job in the future, having had those extra experiences and things on your CV. So yeah, that's really great to have on the side. Obviously, I've already discussed progression after level 2, so you'd move straight onto a level 3 program, and that would be building onto those skills and continuing you ready for that jump into industry. So most makeup artists or hair artists that I know have had their level 3 to be able to get a job. So think of it as a 2-year program, and then you'll be prepared for getting into industry with that level 3, and you have a much bigger chance of getting a position within the industry with that level 3. So in order to progress, obviously you would need to have achieved your level 2 certificate. So that's passing your practical exam and passing your written exam. And you would need to have good attendance, no behavioural issues, obviously no disciplinaries and things like that. So we would always assess whether we would take you on for level 3. It's not just a given just because you've done level 2. If there are behavioural issues, obviously we can decide not to take you on for level 3. But yeah, so think of it as a 2-year program, and with that work experience, I think it's a really good idea to get something alongside your course that you're going to get that great experience and possibly get your foot in the door for a position straight after college, because it is quite a competitive industry, but it's getting yourself out there and knowing the right connections to make. So career options for future, obviously this is slightly more based on beauty as a beauty therapist, but obviously as a makeup or hair artist, you can also do these many jobs. So hair and beauty salons, obviously, cruise ships, and you could be a mobile makeup artist or hair artist, working in department stores or makeup counters, and that's actually where I started working for a makeup company, and I got lots of experience that way in a department store, which was brilliant for me, and I got into training and teaching that way, so that's always a good one to have. Spas, not so much as a makeup artist or hair artist, so I won't talk about that one. Obviously makeup stores, photographic studios, fantastic, great way to get yourself into that kind of more TV film side of it all. Trainers or educators, as I am myself, and I also was a freelance hair and makeup artist before, alongside my department working for a makeup company. So it's just really great to start thinking about those different areas that you want to be in now, and having a look into maybe possible jobs to have alongside your college course. So please do follow us on social media. We have some fantastic updates on a weekly basis, where we put on students' work, and also lecturers' work to see what we're doing. You know, Halloween was amazing. We had loads for that. So yeah, keep up to date with it all. Excuse me. I felt that coming. Yeah, so keep up to date with all of that. And any questions, we have a question page on there, so please do feel free to ask any questions about things that we do have going on in the college. Obviously, this year is different, and it's very different circumstances, so we don't actually have people coming into the salons. We don't have any clients, which is such a shame. But the students are working on each other at the moment, and for their upcoming mock exams, they are getting really excited about it. So even though we can't actually have clients in, they're doing a lot of work at home where they're practicing on family members as well. So that is also a positive. So if that does continue on to next year, which hopefully it doesn't, then that's, you know, we're making it work. So it's brilliant. So really good, positive feeling for our makeup artistry. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with this industry, a lot of it is online, and you know, for social media, it's a massive way for us to advertise, and that's the way it is out in industry. So yeah, it's good practice for us. It's been a good year, even though the circumstances have been difficult. So this is actually coming towards the end of our seminar. So I don't know if you had any questions at all. If you wanted to type any questions into the box there, feel free to. Otherwise, obviously, visit our Aspire Academy and Hair and Beauty website page and have a look at previous work that we have on there. And if, like I said, if you had any more questions, please feel free to ask in there. And hopefully we will look forward to meeting you in the new year. And what I'll do is I'll stay on here for another 10 minutes. If you had questions, obviously, then just pop them in there. Otherwise, I will hopefully look forward to meeting you in person in the new year, well, for the next year in September. But thank you very much for joining, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will hear from you soon. Thanks very much.